It's a perfect segue to the use cases and the IR aspect Chanda mentioned. So, in three words, it's cheaper, better, faster. Typically, especially in IT cyber, we are used to, like, if you get two out of three, you're lucky, right? Whether it's a vendor or it's a product or what have you. In case of agentic AI, the CISO teams get all three. For like example, the minimization of alert fatigue, and that's in SOCs, especially from IR point of view. The autonomous response capability. It's creating a work-life balance for the SOC teams. It's creating a cost reduction by not having so many people on standby. And the alerts are acted upon autonomously if they make a cutoff. So that's the tactical aspect of delivery and operations in that sense. The larger benefits come when the agentic AI focuses on the strategic delivery initiatives. I'll give you a few examples. Orchestrating decisions between cyber IT and business stakeholders, especially when you start touching the realms of resilience and business continuity management. Those autonomous actions save a lot, and that's orchestrating that definitely. um, Looking inward from a CISO point of view, I would say KPI and SLA analytics that the agentic AI can build through, and that will help identify the bottlenecks, that where are the process. And let's face it, we as we try, some process breaks somewhere, right, in whatever we do. So it helps organizations improve those process and workflows, especially when the CISO and their team is involved, and it helps us take charge, because when we start talking, people listen because we are CISO, right? So I hope many of you know Richard Baldwin when he was speaking at World Economic Forum. The perhaps the most famous quote of in vogue, right? AI won't take your job. It's somebody using AI that will take your job. So that's where the balance is going to start manifesting as such. The LLMs, Agentic AI, MCB, what have you, RAG, the acronym soup continues, right? Um, One thing they don't have is the conscience and critical thinking skills. So at least for next at least for next 10 to 15 years, those will not be baked into AI. Once quantum hits, those things will start, because you need that larger compute overall. So with that, I do emphasize the need of human oversight and review, not only uh, on the gray areas, because many organizations say, hey, the autonomous decision was taken, don't bother looking at it. And I would say no, even those decisions that were taken, that were clear beyond the cutoff and everything, review them. As such, have your junior guys review it. That way you're not spending high value people on the decisions that are made. So the trust in AI, although the adoption rate is high, will only increase when we establish these checks and balance, especially in security operations. I know we talked about multiple use cases, but security operations is where you definitely don't want a decision that could backfire, and suddenly, for that autonomous decision, you're in the news headlines. It's a double whammy, right? So that's what I would say. Human airside couldn't go, and installing like discipline and skills to balance that is crucial. Yeah, sure. Nitin, and I know there are multiple answers. The top three I would recommend: critical thinking, managing inflated stakeholder expectations, big one actually, and networking, personal professional networking. And I'll explain that especially in the era of LLMs and having answers at a fingertip even faster. uh, the people have stopped thinking, and they have stopped critical thinking. So taking a step back and looking at it in a proper perspective, and that's going to be a very important skill. Otherwise, those are the ones they are in the layoff category. Essentially, I kid you not. That's managing inflated the business because again in this instant gratification is used to clicking a button or swiping here there whatever and get things done. Managing that AI takes time. The models need to be trained, and the false positives, like Chanda mentioned, they need to be fed back, and AI gets nice and dangerous over a period of time. And managing that hey, this is not your ERP where you put a purchase order and it's gone, kind of a thing. Those, and especially in information security community, networking, including events such as this, because there's a lot of diarrhea going on. You open your LinkedIn page and everybody and their sister and brother is suddenly expert. And in that sense, going with that professional networking in a trusted setting is increasingly important, because you get wisdom there, not a wall full of posts as such. So that's my 3 cents. Yeah, indeed. I think what I am seeing, especially even in the dark web whispers, is the attackers are not going to do traditional ransom kind of attack. They have two major strategies. One is attack the LLMs and agentic AI itself, because a typical agentic AI, you got 3 to 7 admin logins. Go figure. That's the bigger fish, right? And second is especially the product software products and SaaS vendors finding zero-day exploits in their software is where AI is going to be used maximum by the criminals, because that's where again a zero-day exploit in 1,000 client install base, SolarWinds, what have you, it has a larger impact. So they are not in a mood, and there are FBI, there are bulletins, right? If some of you are familiar, they have a TLP, traffic light protocol, red, green, and if I encourage you to, and I can forward some to Nitin to how they're really going for nuclear option.